Grandpa, what are you doing here?
I come by the store to pick up some candles for your ceremony. What do you call yourself doing here?
I don't know, just having a little fun, you know.
Well, ordinarily I'd say screw her brains out, but I don't think that little witch has got any.
That's trash.
Hello and welcome to That's Cool, That's Trash, the podcast where we watch a psychotronic movie online, then get together on Skype to break down the crazy. I'm Matt Howell, and I'm joined today by Jason Farrell.
Hey.
And Joey Cruz.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, guys. Thanks for being on.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
And you were the dream team that watched Wild Beasts with me, right?
We did.
Yes.
The Italian beloved classic.
Yep. That was our 92 Olympics of bad movies.
Right. So today we're going to be talking about Hack-O-Lantern, a.k.a. Death Mask, a.k.a. Halloween Night.
Hell yes, we are.
So this.
Why is it that horror movies always have 10 different titles?
That's a great question. So this has been released several times. I think Death Mask was its production title, and I think it came out on VHS, direct to VHS, under the name Hack-O-Lantern in 89, 88. I forgot the exact year. 88.
I think filmed in 87, released on VHS 88.
Okay, and the director is Jag Mundra, an Indian director.
Yeah.
Sure.
I've never seen anything by him before. This is the only thing I'd heard of. He does films in India, and he did some films here. A lot of his stuff sounds like things you would see on Cinemax late at night, like Tales of the Kama Sutra.
Erotic films.
Lots of erotica, Sexual Malice, Night Eyes, things like that.
Yeah.
Suggestive titles.
Sexual Malice.
So this movie is a huge cult classic, and VHS copies of this will pull down $200-$300, I guess, on eBay. So I always wanted to see it, and I saw it. And now we're going to talk about it. So
yeah,
I have to say right up front that when I watched the movie for 20 seconds or so, and I saw the names, I saw his name, Jog, whatever it is, and I almost emailed you immediately and told you I was out, because I was like, I'm watching another Indian movie.
Oh.
After Dracula, Shaitani
Dracula.
Shaitani Dracula.
Yeah, but this one was in English.
So I hadn't gotten that far yet, though. I immediately emailed looked up this director, and in addition to what you said, I guess that earlier in his career, he actually did serious films, dramas, and in India, and then he moved on to, in the 70s and 80s, moved on to fare like this and the Skinamax type stuff that you mentioned.
Was this not a serious film, guys?
It was seriously something.
Seriously what?
So I don't know if I dropped this much on you guys before about why we're doing a Halloween movie in April, but we've been pushing on this show for a while for making Halloween in April a thing. Because a lot of people do Christmas in July. At least, stores have sales called Christmas in July or whatever. And
sure.
I figured Halloween is my favorite day of the year. April is the, opposite side of the calendar. You're 6 months away from Halloween, so let's just celebrate it again. And then I realized after the fact, when I searched for some Halloween in April things to see if it was actually a thing, that there's already Walpurgisnacht or Walpurgisnacht. The German.
Walpurgisnacht.
Yeah. The German celebration, which is a celebration of Saint Walpurgis, but as all things Christian, they just took a pagan thing and slapped Christianity on it to make it less pagan. So
sure.
It's actually Hexennacht, which was a celebration of it's one of those things like a lot like Halloween where the veil between the spirit world and our world are, lifted, and that's the night where the witches do things and whatever. So it's like a folk holiday in Germany, and they have, it's just basically a spring thing. From what I can tell, it came from just celebrating that nature is waking up from its slumber. So
cool.
Yeah, but we're going to do the spooky side of that stuff, the scary stuff, with Hack-O-Lantern.
Oh, not with the next. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was maybe next.
So, yeah, this movie has kind of a reputation. I'd heard of it before. I knew a bit about. I'd seen GIFs from it, and stuff like that. It was a thing. So it'd been on my list to watch for a long time. So this is available on YouTube. Several different files. Be careful. One of them out there has a couple dudes who are incredibly unfunny riffing, like riffing, not written jokes riffing, like literally making up jokes as they watch it. Fucking awful. These guys, there's a couple movies I've tried to find before to do on the show that are not available elsewhere on the internet, but these guys have put them up there with their stupid ass commentary, which is infuriating. I've been trying to get this this Portland made a horror movie called Unhinged, but it's never on YouTube. The only copy of it is those jackasses talking over it. So anyway, maybe we should do that one sometime, guys, because that's Portland. We're all in Portland.
Oh, yeah.
It was filmed up at Pittock Mansion, and it's a whole thing.
Really? Yeah, I don't know anything about that. Could you maybe find the people who actually made it, somebody that was involved with it, and contact them? I believe the director died recently. I don't know about the cast at all. I haven't dug that deep into it. Anywho, you can watch this there. Also, this has been released on Blu-ray. Wow.
Like a 2 or 3 disc special edition 30th anniversary set or something like that?
I don't think it's got a bunch of extras, but I looked at some stills from it, and it's a pretty nice transfer. Because the one that I think you guys probably watched along with me on YouTube was pretty muddy and soft.
I watched the one that you shared. Which was just overexposed.
Yeah.
VHS tracking issues up the wazoo.
Tracking issues, especially early on, I was kind of scared. I was like, "Is this going to be with like where the sound track even kind of goes warbling?"
Yeah. Straight out of Grindhouse.
Wasn't the worst that I've seen, but it was yeah.
Okay, so Joey.
Yes, sir.
Will you, just for the benefit of someone who hasn't seen this, give a real quick paragraph kind of synopsis so they can follow along at home? Just no spoilers, maybe stay away from the ending, but just set up what this plot's about.
Yeah. All right. So Hack-O-Lantern, and I prepared for this, by the way. Like I had to really get my head around this movie.
Okay.
Because it deserves that kind of scrutiny. So Hack-O-Lantern is the 1988 prequel to the FX sitcom It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, about a family living under the shadow of a crazy grandpa who won't stop giving them unasked for pumpkins. He's also the leader of a hippie love cult who worships Satan, and he's grooming his eldest grandson, Tommy, to be like their new leader or something. Not really sure. But there's lots of boobs and surprisingly little hacking involved.
Yeah. That's a really good description.
It was. I've never even seen that show, but I think it's spot on anyway.
It was the first movie of the main actor plays one of the characters' father on It's Always Sunny. So all I could think was like, this is the prequel to Luther McElhaney or McDonald or whatever his name is.
Okay. So the grandpa is played by Hy Pyke. Do you guys know Hy Pyke?
I do now. I looked him up.
I do now, yeah.
He was in Blade Runner, for God's sake.
Yes, he was the, I believe, the owner of the bar in Blade Runner, the dancer, the replicant dancer, whatever.
Kathy Lewis.
He was also in Dolomite.
He was in Dolomite, and apparently, I haven't seen Dolomite in a long time.
The mayor.
But apparently you can see him fully nude in that film. So if you want to see the satanic grandpa from Hack-O-Lantern naked, rent Dolomite, Rudy Ray Moore.
Thank you for the warning.
Yeah, you're welcome. He was also in the movie Vamp. Did you guys ever see Vamp?
Mm-mm. Oh. No, I don't think so.
Okay. It's Anyway, it was an 80s, very, very painfully 80s movie. I can't even imagine what it looks like now, 30 years on, because it was painfully hip when it came out, so I'm sure it did not age well. It's like style-wise. Okay, so he's a trip.
Yeah.
He is.
He is. He was my favorite part of the film, personally.
Yeah, mine.
Oh yeah.
And his daughter in this, the matriarch of the family in question, she was in Rollerblade, roller ball.
The one,
Sorry,
the one James Conner.
the original Rollerball, not the remake.
Okay.
Yeah. And
So
I didn't
somebody
know.
made it.
I didn't know who
Somebody-
anybody else was in this movie.
Yeah.
No. Well, I mean, I didn't know who anybody was, but Hy Pyke did stand out to me immediately, and so I looked him up, and I thought also he reminded me early on with him coming over and talking to Tommy and everything. I thought he was like the Gary Busey character in Silver Bullet, because he kind of he has that voice, real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't really go that direction, but.
Can we play a clip of him for the folks at home that might not know him?
Sure.
So he doesn't talk that way all the time. I watched a clip of him at like some kind of hemp fest type of thing, and he talks totally normally. Like a few years before he died, he was at some thing. It's on YouTube. Anyway, that's his voice for this, which is an interesting choice. Let's listen to him talk. So let me set this up. So Tommy gets a pumpkin and a pentagram amulet from his grandpa.
Tommy, who it should be noted looks like Ricky Schroeder at the beginning of the movie.
Totally.
A little Ricky Schroeder looking motherfucker.
Actually, he looks like the boy. Oh, fuck! What was that show called?
Silver Spoons.
No, the drama. Wilford Brimley was the grandpa in it, and he lived with the.
The Thing.
Yeah.
No, you guys know what I'm talking about?
The other Wilford Brimley thing. I know the one that you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, I thought he looked like the kid from that, but maybe I'm mixing up shows at this point. But anyway,
that might actually be him.
We find out.
You're right.
We find out that Grandpa is not supposed to be around the kids. He's been banished by Tommy's dad. And so the dad says, you know what? He's not listening. I'm going to confront him. And that's when we get to hear this little sample we're going to play.
We don't like trespassers here. You shouldn't have come, Bill.
You listen to me, old man, and you burn this into your brain. I want you to stay away from my son. You leave him alone.
Tommy was never yours. He belongs to something greater than you could ever imagine.
Don't give me this crap. You come around him again, I'm gonna bust you wide open.
One of my favorite things that he does is he does the devil horns.
Yes.
All the time.
Except they're not.
And then he does, it sticks out his, the two fingers, and he's a Texas Longhorns fan, maybe.
Yeah.
And then he'll do all these gestures. He'll do like I guess it's probably supposed to be the reverse of the is it the benediction, whatever it is called when you do the Son, the Holy Ghost, whatever thing. He'll do that in the air. And I'm assuming maybe he's doing it wrong, kind of like an upside down cross or something. But then also, like in that scene, which you can't really tell from listening to it, but he does before he tells the other guy basically to take that guy out, which, well, I don't know. There's no spoilers, but it's Tommy's father being killed. He does this little, he's just like a snap and a little jazzy hand motion thing with his. I love that part.
Yeah, he's got a lot of flair, and he kind of plays it a little effeminate. Would you say a little?
Like stage magician, dramatic.
Yeah.
He transitions from like one scene to the next. Like in that one, we were getting like 50-year smoker Southern Belle.
Yeah.
But in other scenes, he's like an evil Ernest P. Worrell, and then other times he's just kind of muttering incoherently like Charlie Brown's parents but drunk.
Yeah.
Like
Brown's parents but drunk. Wow.
He transitions like almost like the serial killer from the first season of True Detective. Like he just transitions in accents, which I thought was brilliant.
He sounded Cajun, like he was trying to be Cajun there to me.
Yeah, totally.
In that scene in the barn, and then he's also a lot like he's a lot like those characters in a lot of slasher movies. They're not the villain of the thing. They're the crazy old coot who kind of knows about the cursed nature of the lake or whatever.
Right.
And he runs into the kids in the early part, and he warns them, yeah, you're all doomed. He's a little bit like that.
Yeah,
a little bit, but then I feel like he is far more engaged in the plot than the Harbinger is.
Oh, of course, yeah, of course.
I do wanna point out one thing, because you brought up the devil's horns, and this stuck with me the whole time. So what he's doing is he's raising his pinky finger and his index finger and his thumb. That's not devil horns. That's the sign language sign for "I love you."
It is totally. That's what it was. I was like, God, what is that? I know that's something.
Yeah, or he's like Spider-Man whipping them or something. But it's so like this entire cult says just like whenever they're like, yeah, devil, they're really just saying "I love you" back and forth. So it's really a family movie.
Well, it is. Well, I'm sure we'll get into that, right? Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a key thing.
Yeah. So Tommy's dad, his son-in-law, the guy we're talking about, his son-in-law, dies.
He has the name.
So he confronts
he gets hit with a hammer in the top of his neck or the top of his back. Like it doesn't
like a
look.
Bill Fisk,
it comes down on him, but it doesn't look like it hits him. It looks like it goes like behind him. So I guess he got a nice tap to the scapula and it took him out.
So he goes to confront his father-in-law, and his father-in-law's in a barn. He's got robes on. There's a satanic ritual happening, and Dad dies. Then we jump forward 20 years, 15-ish years.
I think it was in the teens, but I don't
remember something like that.
At any point,
I mean, it has to be. Tommy goes from being like 9 to being 40.
But he's
supposed to be younger than that.
Yes.
We do see a gravestone. We do see a gravestone of when their dad died, and I forget, it was 68. Was it 8 or 3? It was something like that. 68. And so
20 years.
You can kind of figure it out from that.
Sure.
Right. Okay, so we jump forward. We also met Tommy's little brother Roger and his sister Vera when they were kids.
I don't even remember her name. Oh yeah, Vera, that's right. And one of my favorite lines of the movie, I'll mention now, because when we first meet the kids, Tommy is throwing pumpkin on her because he got, as Joey mentioned, this guy drives around with pumpkins in a pickup truck, and he gets a pumpkin, he's carving it, and he's throwing pumpkin guts at her, and she said, "Stop squashing me." Which I thought was great. The word for having squash parts thrown at you is squashing. Stop squashing me.
Okay, I'm glad I didn't mishear that. I was like, she must have said something else.
Okay, but I didn't understand what she said, but I believe you. That makes sense.
And then, did you? I don't know if you captured an audio clip of this, but Tommy, like the first line that Tommy says, aside from like when Grandpa's telling him that he's special, is he cuts his finger while carving this pumpkin, and his mom's like, "Oh, Tommy, I told you should have waited for your father. Now we're gonna have to go clean this up." And Tommy's sucking the blood on his finger, and he goes, "But Mom, I like the taste of blood."
I do have that.
He also says, "Oh, okay, you should just play it then."
Yeah,
he mentions Grandpa.
I have some of it. I just made a quick clip right before the show because Joey asked for it. Let's see what we got.
Big Ben, you're dead. Oh. Tommy, what did I tell you? Oh, yuck. Oh, Tommy, we have to wash that. But, Mom, I like the taste of blood. Grandpa says it's good for me.
Grandpa? When did you see Grandpa, Tommy?
Grandpa says it's good for me.
Grandpa says... And when you hear, there's like a sucking noise that you hear, and his entire finger is in his mouth.
Yeah. Bleeding profusely.
Yeah.
And we get, so there's a little bit of not so subtle foreshadowing there because Tommy grows up to be a satanic something. And
a brunette.
Roger is running around saying, "Bang, bang, you're dead," and he goes up to be a deputy for the sheriff.
That is true. Foreshadowing.
Yeah. Very, very subtle foreshadowing.
There's a lot of that.
And Vera grows up to be a whiny teenager, or whatever she's supposed to be.
One of those 30-year-old teenagers we see so much.
Yeah, she's the 30-year-old, 18-year-old.
So we
doesn't have a job.
We've jumped forward, and it's Halloween night, and there's a big dance coming, and Roger is going to be sheriffing the.
Chaperoning.
He's going to be sheriff-chaperoning, yes.
Sheriff-aroning the dance.
As well as investigating the graveyard.
Right.
He's. I have Roger, worst cop ever? ?
Why is he the worst cop ever?
Well, it gets into a lot of the other stuff, but
yeah.
Like when you're assigned to make sure nothing goes wrong at a party and there are people murdered in it, several people, and then like you take your girlfriend with you to investigate the vandalism at the graveyard on your motorcycle, and then you pull your gun on 6 obviously small children in costumes. I don't know. You're not very good.
They could have been evil dwarves, Jason. And if you went to cop school, you'd know that.
It's true. I will say the thing that stood out
and the raid on the barn was awesome too.
Yes. The thing that stood out the most about Roger's personality to me is that he puns incessantly almost every line of dialogue.
Can I play a little bit of our first interaction with Roger as an adult?
Absolutely.
This is in the cop shop. Just a little banter. A little fun banter.
You're a lucky stiff, rookie. Working a Halloween party while I'm stuck here doing paperwork.
Well, I'll be sure to carve a jack-o'-lantern that looks just like you.
And to think it's in your own town. How sweet. Remember, Roger, I want you to check out that cemetery. There's been another grave overturned.
Sure, Sarge. I know it's a grave situation, but I'll get to the bottom of it.
You're useless.
So everybody hates Roger.
Move over Joss Whedon.
Including me.
The ladies love him.
The ladies love Roger's here to do 2 things, pun and fuck, and he will never run out of puns.
Yeah, so he's the square.
It's a virus, because then Beth makes a grave pun later. Beth,
she
becomes his girlfriend when he walks into the house and leaves again with her in literally 2 seconds. I really want to know how that conversation went down. He just pointed to the ground near his foot and said, "Get over here." I mean, there wasn't time for anything else.
Beforehand, his sister's like, just pretend that you like her. Like, just make her think that you're into her. Like, please lead my friend on.
Yeah.
Is what Vera's basically telling Roger to do. And he does. He's a good brother.
Okay, so that's what Roger grew up to be. Tell me a little bit about what Tommy did with his life.
I don't know.
He grew up to be like a baby-oiled goth badass who lets his grandpa tell him what to do.
I'm sorry, just baby oil goth badass?
A baby oil goth badass. That's all I could think. Like, for one thing, at 9 years old, his hair was blonde. At 40, his hair is just jet black.
And he has resting Judge Dredd face.
He does. There's a scene where he looks just like when you're kind of reintroduced to him as an adult. He just looks directly into the camera, and like his like cloudy milky eyes just kind of bore into my soul.
Yeah, I wondered at the time if what we were supposed to be noticing about him were his eyes, because they did look weird. But I think we were just supposed to be like, oh, what a badass. I'm scared of that guy.
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. So he looks like he's 30. I think he's supposed to be like, well, no, it's 20 years later, so he's supposed to be like 30. But he lives in his mom's basement, like a 15-year-old, and he has a weight set down there, so he works out. and listens to shitty metal.
Only when he puts on his bandana, though. He's got to tie the Rambo bandana.
His Rambo bandana, Jesus. So at one point, he fights with his mom like he's 15. He's just ridiculous. But he angrily goes through his cassette tapes to find some music to listen to, and he pops one into his Walkman, which I hadn't seen one of those in a long time. And he has this dream where we hear an entire song. Can I play a little bit of it?
Yes.
The Devil's Son.
Yeah, I forgot who the artist is, but
well, you looked it up?
I watched the whole credits. Man, when I watch a movie, I watch a movie. The other band, the band that's playing the Halloween party, is called the Mercenaries, but I can't remember what this band's called. Anyway, this is a sizable chunk of the song. I wanted to get a verse and a chorus in there just so you can get a real feel for them. This song is called Devil's Son. Is that what she's saying?
That's what she says, yeah.
Okay.
I can hear nothing anymore.
That is the most energy the movie ever achieves.
I didn't understand half of the lyrics of that, but so whose son do you think Tommy is in fact? Who is his biological father?
I thought that was pretty clear.
Well, then tell me.
His grandfather is his father.
Yeah, that's what.
What?
Yeah, you didn't get that?
No.
I'm pretty sure because he says they have a conversation at one point, him and his daughter, about, and he says you know damn well that was never his son. Or actually, maybe he tells that to the guy. And then he's very rapey. I mean, you see him on her wedding night grabbing at her.
Yeah, he does like a weird prima nocta thing with his own daughter on her wedding day.
Yeah, that whole family is way too interested in each other's sex lives.
Yeah, no, she's totally. That's totally an incestuous child there.
I did not pick up on this. Holy shit. Okay.
I thought that was pretty explicit.
I apparently didn't, but that's amazing. That makes this so much better.
We didn't get a sex scene.
It's true.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know where to put this, but this is kind of making me think of it right now. The whole notion of time and space as we know it is ignored by this movie at many points.
Yes.
And I found it confusing at times, and then almost endearing. And it just like if they need someone to be somewhere or see something at a given moment, it does not matter. Euclidean space does not matter. So like when Ernest the Grandpa leaves, when he drives off, leaving his daughter behind at on the porch of the house or whatever. She steps out from the woods about several hundred feet down the road to block him and have one of those conversations where then he then starts pawing her. Yeah. It's like she fucking teleported. I want to see how she sprinted at 100 miles per hour through the woods to come out in front of him.
Bam.
And then when Tommy and Roger's father is killed, I was trying to understand after a while. He sees his father die. He looks out his window.
Was that literal?
And it was supposed to be, yes.
Because you see the light of the flames of the burning car on young Tommy's face.
Right.
But I understand what you're saying, because his dad went to his grandpa's house.
Confront grandpa
on a different farm.
I started to think, well, maybe they literally, I mean, this doesn't explain her getting in front of the car, but maybe they all just lived on the same property. Grandpa, you see him drive around, and you think he must be living on a different farm, but maybe like the barn is like 50 feet away from their house. And, you know, because Tommy definitely lives in the basement. Does Roger live there? I don't know. They all seem to live there.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a bunch of points like that where just, and there's another point at which a character says something about Grandpa, and then he's there. Like he's standing there and just says a response to that person as if he was in the conversation the whole time. And they do say, you know, where did you come from? But he's just there. He disappears.
That's just Grandpa.
It's pretty
just
fun.
kind of make a note. That band we just heard was DC LaCroix.
Yes, that's right.
Sure.
Everybody's
beloved,
favorite soda.
Yes, beloved band DC LaCroix. So that video we saw an entire music video essentially, which is Tommy's dream.
Fever dream.
And I thought that was one of the best parts of the movie, to be honest with you. There's some,
Sure.
I don't know if it's casual racism or straight up racism. There's like a black woman dressed with like, you know, voodoo jungle skins. There's eye laser beams.
Yep.
It's fucking amazing.
Pitchfork decapitations.
Yeah.
Why does decapitation by pitchfork? That's got to be really. That's bad. If I ever get decapitated, God forbid, I would really want it to be by a heavy, continuous blade of some sort, and not prongs, which would have to like work it.
Well, you know what? That just shows a lack of imagination, Jason.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
My critique of DC LaCroix though, the singer, a little pitchy. Her voice was a little all over the place.
Well, she spends so much time doing the kind of lip thing that singers do, where everything's that you can't understand any of the words. Like it took me about 3 choruses before. Oh, Devil's Son.
I assumed it wasn't even English until like the second time I watched it. I was like, oh.
It's like Swedish death. Like that.
Yeah, it was pretty...
That's most of the movie, though, to be fair. There's a lot of incoherence.
Well, sometimes it's not their fault.
So,
Sometimes it's the fact that there's blaring synthesizer music or whatever.
Yes, we need to address that.
Yes.
There's definitely some issues with the mix between dialogue and music in here to where it was cacophonous.
The music during the scene where Tommy walks in on Vera and her boyfriend, I forget his name.
It doesn't matter. And
so did everyone in the movie. Charlie, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, he walks in on him, and the music starts going fucking nuts. And he grabs him, he puts him up against the wall, and they're talking. They're saying stuff. Yeah. I can hear Vera because she's screaming, you know, let him go or whatever. But I couldn't understand a goddamn thing they were saying.
That's one. There's also a ritual that happens a little further in the movie where you can barely even hear I have it, actually, where the music is just really fighting everything else. Did he say coven?
I think so.
I swear he said coven, which made me think of that of American Movie. You ever watch that documentary, American Movie?
Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't.
I haven't seen it in a long time, though. I saw it when it actually came out.
I did a double take for sure on there.
So you're never going to unhear this, but the entire when I say this, you're not going to be able to unhear it. The melody for that scene and through many of the scary scenes in the movie is the melody to the Berlin song Sex. It's literally,
really?
It's, the da 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 da. Like, just if you look it up and listen to it, you're just going to hear Berlin every time that you watch this movie. All the many, many times that you rewatch this movie.
Is it possible that that's kind of a standard chord change?
It's possible, but I choose to think that it's because Berlin.
When did that song come out? Did you research that?
I did not. No, I just was proud of myself for recognizing it.
Okay. I'm gonna need you to work a little harder, Joey, if you're gonna be on the show. We have standards here, okay?
I heard that might be the case. All right, hold on, I'm looking it up now.
May I share my other favorite part of the movie?
Absolutely.
It is a glorious line read. So Tommy has a big ritual coming up. He's going to be whatever the satanic equivalent of a baptized is, or confirmed. I don't know what the fuck it is, but he's running around with this gal who was played by a porn star, by the way. I looked her up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but
Nora,
we first see her when she's in a convenience store, and she's a part of the cult because she has a satanic tattoo on her ass. And I love this fucking line read from some of the town kids, quote unquote. I'm being kids. Listen to this fucking line read. It's brilliant.
Have a nice day.
So what does Nora Bennington have that I don't have?
For one thing, a tattoo on her butt.
Yeah, I bet you go for that sort of thing, don't you?
Yeah, and word has it, that girl is in some pretty weird stuff.
Yeah, well, she has to be weird. She hangs around with Tommy Drindle.
Rich bitch.
Hey, come on, guys, let's go. I promised Vera we'd help decorate the party hall. Miss?
On her butt.
On her butt.
So, did you guys pick up that the girl who says, "What does she have that I don't have?" and they're all talking about her butt tattoo? That's the girl that gets her ass branded in that ceremony scene that we listened to earlier.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
No, I didn't put that together. I thought she looked like Nora again, so I was just like, are we seeing a flashback? And then I decided I didn't care. So
that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Wait.
My favorite line reading.
Is that? I'm sorry. Is that really the same girl?
I'm almost positive that it is, except I don't know what her name is, so I couldn't verify it in the credits.
I thought.
But
I thought the girl that got branded was a total rando person we never saw or saw again.
There's like half a dozen. There's half a dozen blonde, small-breasted women that I think they must have all gotten from porn sets that are just kind of interchangeable in this movie. Yeah. There's several of them.
I'm pretty sure because I thought it was a rando who gets her ass branded, except when I was going back and capturing clips, I saw that scene again, and I'm like, holy shit, it's foreshadowing. That's the one who got her ass branded.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. There's little things. Now, I don't know. I don't want to bring this up prematurely, but I feel like Jason was really onto something with the idea that this town exists on some sort of temporal anomaly. Because the girl, the one that's played by the porn star that you mentioned, she is at a certain point in the movie murdered by someone. And
the mom. Let's just say it.
Jason!
What the fuck? How does Endgame end, Jay? No, all right. So
she kills everybody in it.
So I don't. Am I being premature here? Because I want to describe this scene because something happens in it that just blew my mind.
No, we're not going through this, and I just was starting off in order, chronologically, just to get us started. No, we can freestyle at this point.
Okay. All right. So after being scolded, after Tommy abandons her, the chick that to me, she's the Roxette chick because she has the haircut.
Yeah.
Or like Brigitte Nielsen from Rocky IV.
Yeah, there you go. Her name is Nora. It's
Nora.
Yes.
So
Nora Bennington.
Nora drops off Tommy at home and then goes swimming in her house. Okay. We join her in her pool, not in the house itself.
Well, she does that too.
She does that too. She's in her pool, swimming, gets out of the pool, goes to the bathroom, strips down because it's an 80s movie, takes a shower. We next see her coming out of the shower, toweling off, and she thinks that Tommy's outside with like in his creepy mask, like trying to scare her, right?
Don't skip ahead. I like how when she comes out of the shower and she's straightening up, she caresses her own calves on the way up and does this whole pose thing. Okay, go ahead. It's brilliant.
I mean, I thought that was inferred from 80s horror movie, but yes, absolutely. She's doing the whole business. So she's like, "Oh, Tommy, stop joking around." And she's like, "Come with me into the kitchen. I want to drink a Bloody Mary." So she walks into the kitchen and picks a Bloody Mary up off of the counter. Yeah. It's already sitting on the
already
kitchen
made.
Counter. Just throws a celery stalk into it and drinks from it. And all I could think was, who made the Bloody Mary?
Joey?
Yes.
Do you think there are no benefits to being in a satanic cult?
I mean, there's got, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, all right? I don't think it's just somebody there who's like, I want to make Nora Bloody Mary. I really do think that there's something extra-dimensional going on here, because there's an earlier scene. Follow me here. There's an earlier scene
always
where Roger goes to speak to Tommy in his room. And he knocks on the door, and they have some banter, and then Tommy's, they're kind of disagreeing, and Tommy's like, let me show you something. And he walks over to the closet door under his stairs, and he opens the door, and there is a fully decorated, candles lit altar to Satan, right? And all I could think was, who lit the fucking candles?
Right. I was thinking, how long have they been burning, and why did they not burn down?
Exactly. So it's like there's this element of things happening that shouldn't be happening. And there's one more, but I'm not gonna hog all the best parts of the movie. I'm just saying that we have to talk about the murder in the cemetery.
Well, let me interject real quick to go along with your point. Yeah. Because I did start that, and I like that a lot better than what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
Okay.
You can the charitable way and the fun way maybe to look at these things is that you can make up your solution to who made the Bloody Mary, who lit the candles, time-space anomalies, and Satan at work behind the scenes, and he's a bartender, whatever you want to do. but the fact of the matter is, you see this in a lot of movies, especially crappy ones. Spoiler. Lazy filmmaking where they want something to happen, and they throw logic out the window, and they make it happen. There's a scene where Vera's taking a bath, and Beth plays a prank on her by putting a spider on the bathtub lip,
yes.
the edge of the bathtub.
Well, she replaces her loofah.
She replaces her loofah, so Vera picks up the spider, not a real spider, but, and she uses it like a loofah. She rubs it all over her face, and then she notices that it's a spider. She throws it around and is like, "You, Beth, you scamp." But the thing
horribly traumatized.
The thing is, when the spider is sitting there on the bathtub, it is moving around as if it is a spider, as if it is creeping and crawling toward her. Beth is not holding on to it. Beth does not have a puppeteer string and a wooden, she's not like maneuvering it from across the room. It is moving around because the filmmakers want you to think it's a spider.
Yeah.
So that you're more scared when she picks it up and rubs it all over her face, and for no other reason. And that's what you get over and over again with this stuff. We needed a Bloody Mary. There's a Bloody Mary.
There's a Bloody Mary.
We want a cool looking. We want a shrine with all these like blue and red colored lit lamps and all these. Then that's what we've got. We've got ever burning candles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just laziness. I even in bad movies, I'm like, can you not at least? I get you don't have a budget. I get that you maybe can't get the best actors. Can you not at least make it make fucking sense?
I mean, what if Hack-O-Lantern was supposed to be good, and it's really the story of like the set decorator in a rivalry with the script supervisor? And the set decorator just keeps fucking with continuity, and it keeps not getting caught. And the script supervisor is like, "God damn it, I'll never get a better job than this."
Sure.
I feel like
sure.
That's the Dangerous Days documentary of.
Okay.
So, just to get plot out of the way, so we can keep bouncing around. What's happening in this movie that we're talking about at this point is that someone in a satanic robes, like the grandpa's cult's robes, with a demonic-looking mask on is killing people around the Drindle family children.
Yes.
So that's basically the majority of the plot, right?
Yeah.
And, such as it is.
Yes, as such as it is. So we have the Halloween party and murdering, and they're on a head-on collision course with each other. And that is really it. I have some stuff to get off my chest. So can I proceed? Jason, you can't hang up. You signed a contract. So I think my theory is that the director went to some type of like hacky talent agency and just said, I need some people for my movie. What do you got? And they said, well, we have hilarious comedian Wild Bill Tucker. We have a snake dancing lady. Yeah. We have, right? So they said, well,
a stripper.
So he got a package, and he got a stripper, a snake dance lady, and
because there's a stripper at every teenage party. That's what they have, strippers.
Like you find at 80s Halloween parties, absolutely.
Yeah. Fuck. Okay. So, and I love how subtly they employed Wild Bill Tucker's material. So the stripper is inside the party dancing, and there's some people outside, just hanging outside, and he comes out, and can I just play a little bit, Jason?
Please.
Okay.
No, I need this in my life.
I'm in the mood to hear it for some reason.
All right, hold on. I have multiple clips. Nice. Okay.
What are you guys doing out here? Didn't you see the stripper in there? You didn't see the stripper? What's wrong with you guys? You should have seen her. She was great. She had like the biggest blue eyes you've ever seen. And boy, she reminded me of one of those girls in the girly magazines. You ever see those girls in the girly? Like my favorite part in there is the naked girl. I love the naked girls. But now I got a favorite brand new part. The little memo right underneath the naked girl's picture. Because the things they say about themselves, they're not quite accurate, are they? I mean, they say things, for example, like, I'm just a conservative girl.
So what you can't see is he bends over and says, I'm just a conservative girl, as he's, doing a nude pose type of thing. He does a couple jokes about nudie magazines, and then he goes into a bit about a turkey.
I lost my concentration at that point, and all of a sudden it was like, why is he talking about a turkey?
Yeah.
How did we get here? And I almost rewound it, but I didn't.
What's great is that if you had rewound, you would have found there is no logic.
There is no segue to
or
that.
Or punchline, by the way.
Yeah.
So he's got some very physical comedy. He, did a couple playmate poses, and he did sound effects. So if you want to check this guy out, go to wildbilltucker.com. He has a website. I'm looking at it right now. Can I read a little bit from his bio page to you guys?
I want you to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So some of this doesn't make any sense. He's a Vegas mainstay. Okay. He's been on HBO, Showtime, Evening at the Improv. So this is the bit I liked here. Described as a, quote, remarkably hip and clever, I think it's supposed to say clever, unquote, Tucker delights his audiences with his amazing variety of unique performance skills. Wild Bill's arsenal of urban sound effects blended into his punchlines is rare. The crazy sounds he makes are amazingly funny and at the same time accurately fascinating. It seems when God was creating Wild Bill, he splurged with the oddball talents that are placed so perfectly throughout his act.
Wow.
Oh my God.
It is complete gibberish.
I hope he paid that copywriter a lot of money.
I think he wrote his own copy, Joey.
Now the sign language. Unique? Tucker tap dances to his cell phone ring. Wild Bill leaves pictures in your head. This is the fucking best.
So that was the other.
Grab their stick, their THERE.
Yeah, he can't spell.
Signature piece, Turkey Man. Turkey Man is still his signature piece. 30 years later.
Oh my God.
I mean, some comedians write new material and some comedians tell their jokes.
Yeah.
Turkey Man is his joke.
So
he tells it.
That, the mid 80s was the rise of the comedy craze, right? That was when there was always a stand-up, special every night on TV, like, late at night or whatever, improv show, that type of shit. And this is just one of those hacky dudes from the 80s that was everywhere, right? I mean, you could not get enough stand-up comedians for some reason in the 80s. And this guy was amazing. He's one of the worst.
This is just absolutely incredible. The press release is spelled Realease.
No.
I mean, just it is amazing that this is not a parody.
I know.
I'm starting to realize that this movie is actually a variety show.
Totally. That's what I was trying to get at. It was like the plot, the murdering stuff is totally secondary.
It seems like a really common. This as I watch these really bad movies, this seems to be a really common theme, is having people who are in it obviously just to be given, like someone owes them a favor. They're
right.
Sometimes maybe they contributed financially, or they're just shoehorned in there. There's some musical act somewhere. Just suddenly they go to a bar and you hear a whole song. Mm-hmm. It's just, this is really, really common.
Yeah, definitely. But it was
amazing.
Really, really overt and ham-handed here, like even more than
normal.
Yeah,
because at least usually they'll do, at least like the characters will end up in a bar for some, maybe it's not a super persuasive reason, but and they'll see a musical act, and it kind of makes sense that you'd see that in a bar or whatever. Here you've got literally a stripper at a Halloween party,
like a community Halloween party. Yeah,
teenagers super into it. Yeah, it's like
everybody laughing tamely while somebody's taking off their clothes.
Yeah, like at the Grange or whatever that would be, like the community center, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, Jason, I agree 100%. Like normally, like the characters would go to a bar, like you were saying, and like maybe there's a stand-up comedy night. You hear this guy do like a bit or two, and then the couple that's the main characters would fight, and one guy would storm out or something. You know what I mean? Like a weird way of injecting this in here. But this guy literally just walked out and started doing stand-up comedy outside of a party. It was the most bizarre, but welcome change for me.
And they actually stand there and listen
and laughed for some.
And laughed. That would not happen.
Unknown.
That is what laughter sounds like.
Yeah.
Can I tell you what my favorite line reading in this movie is?
Yes.
I don't know if I can even do it properly, but okay. So I mean, it's simple, but I might get it wrong. Beth is Vera's best friend. They spent a lot of time together. So Vera at one point says, "I've been thinking." And she's going to go on. "I've been thinking," and Beth says, "No." That's it. That was my favorite line.
The little things.
Yeah. There's a lot of little cutesy banter with between Vera and Roger. That didn't really make sense. Like, it felt like somebody was writing a joke who had never heard a joke and was only trying to duplicate the rhythms of it without actually filling those rhythms with content.
And I'm gonna bet $1,000 that I know exactly what you're thinking of right now. When she says, she does a little eye roll kind of thing, and she says, "Can I pick them or what?"
It almost. It's she's talking to him outside when they're preparing for the party, and she's. It's literally like he says, "Why do you think I'm here?" And she's like, "Okay, Roger, you're the something like I knew you've obviously already been thinking about this, but the reason that I can't accurately recreate this is because I don't think it was actual dialogue. I think that the director was like, just go riff." And so they were just saying words at each other that don't actually have meaning. But
I felt like everything was definitely read from a script, because 90% of it is delivered as if it is being read from a script, like that they're holding in their hand and reading. I mean, it's that kind of like the most obvious way you can identify bad acting. There's a lot of more subtle ways that acting can be bad, but the most obvious way is, "I am here for the party. Would you like to go into the party with me now, Roger?" And it's not quite that dramatic, but there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that kind of stilted, I am remembering this as I am saying it.
There's so much. I think there's even a moment where I didn't bother rewinding, but I think there's a moment in the first or one of the earlier scenes where the father fucks up his line and so says it twice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that might have just been bad editing.
It was. I don't think there was an edit. I think it was literally he's just gets halfway through his line and realizes he messed up, so he just starts it from the beginning again.
Oh.
And he's talking to the mother. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
No, I don't either.
It's when he tells her he's going to go off and talk to her father. Yeah, and I wish that I had pulled from it, but I'm really just going from memory here. But yeah, that's the sort of quality that this movie offers.
Which is not his fault as an actor at all.
No.
It's the fault of the people directing and editing and whatever the movie that's like
cut. All right, we got it.
Leaving that in. It's actually a thing. It's not really movie related, but when people say a word kind of wrong, a little bit wrong, and they know it, they're always the first to know it.
Yeah.
And they'll kind of stop and correct themselves halfway through the sentence. And I'm always thinking, when I hear people do that, I'm often thinking, if you hadn't done that and made a big kind of verbal acknowledgement of your screw up halfway through the sentence, I may not ever even have known.
Yeah.
Like you just said a syllable slightly wrong. You know, you just kind of made an aw sound instead of an sound or something. But you screwed it up, so you fixed it in the middle and you kind of.
That's just the human condition, my friend. I do that shit all the time.
Oh, sure, I know. But what people don't do is go all the way to the end of the sentence and then start it over again.
That's true.
Unless they're trying to act. But that's not how human beings correct when they misspeak.
That is correct. That is true. You speak the truth, sir.
So, this movie was kind of a mystery. Who is the killer? Did you know who it was?
Yes.
The whole time?
Almost.
To be fair to them,
by halfway for sure.
Only in I really hope it's this. I hope it's this just because that would be ridiculous. And then I was right. And so I wouldn't say that I predicted it. I just feel like I got lucky.
I will give them props in a certain way, in that they did drop hints, actual hints.
They did.
And a lot of times, they kind of accused of this being a lazy movie earlier, and it was in many other ways. But sometimes with movies that are lazy, that want to throw a twist at you, they'll cheat. They'll cheat so you can't see the twist coming, and they won't give you any reason to think that that's what's going to happen.
Right.
But this one actually laid some groundwork.
It did.
Yeah.
I rewatched the second half this morning, and so the mom is the killer, and they did, every time that there was a murder, when you saw her next, there was a reference to her returning from doing something. She killed someone in the graveyard, and she comes back and she's got mud smeared on her face, she was an open grave or something like that.
Holy shit, you're right.
She says something like, I was working in the orchard and no one will help me, and I have this whole farm, your dad's died and I have to run this whole farm. So they did, like Jason said, they did follow the rules. I was actually impressed that they bothered, to be honest.
Yeah, no, give them props for that. Give them props.
I have to admit, I did not pick up on that because I was obsessed with the fact that the mom was always gardening. That every single scene in the movie, she's planting something, watering the garden, and then literally the one scene where she's not gardening, she's returning from gardening, returning from the orchard. And I was obsessed with that, and I did not pick up that it was a hint, that it was foreshadowing.
We also had her, other than the kind of physical clues like the dirt, we just had her incessantly talking about, keeping the family together.
Yeah.
And then you had other characters say things that would go in concert with that. At one point, Beth said something like, "Oh yeah, your family's always been really close knit," which
too close knit.
Yeah. Which on one hand told you that it was the mother, that it was all about the family getting, she wants to, anybody she thinks gets in the way of the family staying together, she's going to eliminate. But it also made me think, are they really though? I mean, not really. Roger, no, not at all. Tommy pays no attention to anybody. He has an antagonistic relationship with Roger. Roger's so much of a dope, he doesn't really seem to notice it, but they have no relationship. Tommy gets all protective in a very stereotypical way when his 30-year-old sister tries to have sex. But I mean, and they're not close to. There's no evidence that they're close. Like in any two of the characters you might care to name, like maybe Roger and Mom slightly, but yeah. And
by the way, Jason, she wasn't 30. Vera is 30-teen.
30-teen.
She's 21 Jump Street years old.
Yes, she is. Yeah, there's a whole thread of like. Not just Grandpa being like creepy incest Grandpa, but so Beth is, as you said, Vera's best friend. And in the movie, she encourages Roger and Beth to hook up. And more than that, when she's with Beth, she also girl talks about Roger. Like, does he look as good out of his uniform as he looks in the uniform?
Yeah.
And like when they have sex on a grave, in a graveyard on a grave, like. One of the greatest fucking transitions in cinematic history. All right, they're getting ready for the party, putting on makeup, and talking very candidly about the fact that Beth and Roger just had sex in a graveyard. And the sister is like, so where did you guys do it? Cut to they're ready for the party, and they walk to the graveyard, and Beth's just like right there.
Yeah, that was my other favorite part. Was like that seemed like a choice like made by an alien screenwriter, right? Where it's just like you don't understand how humans work, do you? Like,
right?
Like that's where I fucked your brother, right there.
I wrote down, couldn't Beth just tell her?
Well, no. All right, here's the thing. I obsessed over this, and I reverse engineered this. Like, why did this happen? It's because the screenwriter needed Vera to find her dead boyfriend.
Yeah.
Well, we know. But
so
that's like what I was saying earlier about all the decisions.
Naturally,
if something needs to happen, it's going to happen, come hell or high water, or logic.
Like, naturally, the only way for that to happen is they had sex on top of her dead boyfriend, and then she's like, this is where I had sex with your brother. It's your dead boyfriend. Like, that was a victory for the screenwriter, I feel like.
Now, when you kill someone in a grave, a giant-ass grave that went down, like, several feet, would you not throw dirt on top of him in that grave?
I mean, there was dirt on
that he would be buried well below the surface of the earth.
There was.
He was lying 2 feet above the surface of the earth when she found him.
Yeah, with a mound of dirt on top of him.
Either she or Roger actually grabbed his hand. Like his hand was out there, and they held his hand while they were having sex. It was really romantic.
And if you think somebody is playing a prank on you and putting a fake hand, and you've got to heave on that hand, you got to pull like a 200-pound human. At some point, well before you saw him, wouldn't you be like, what kind of a fucking fake hand is this?
All right, I gotta. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and I had assumed, like somewhere during the second watch of this, that like, oh, they live next door to the cemetery. So I mean, it's still a weird thing to do, but at least it's not like they drove across town to show where they porked. But now I'm wondering if just they folded space and time.
They did.
Right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I think that's the underlying theme of the movie.
Okay.
I need to talk about the murder in the cemetery.
Yeah.
It's weighing on my soul. So Tommy wanders in, the music cranks up, kicks the boyfriend out, and as you said, there's like a cemetery next to the house or close to the house. So the boyfriend is walking away from the house, pissed at the brother for kicking him out. And he's wandering through this beautiful, green, sunny, upscale neighborhood cemetery. Hardly any trees anywhere. All the tombstones are really, really low, like literally nowhere to hide. You can see for miles in the cemetery, and it's beautiful outside.
Right.
But then you get the sense that he's being followed. And when we cut to the person following him, or like, the feet walking through the cemetery, or like a shovel banging against a tree, it's a completely different time of day, a completely different cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally like he's wandering through like an upscale neighborhood cemetery on a hill, and then the person is following him through, like, there's no grass. It's all dirt. It's like dark twilight lighting. All the trees are gnarled and twisted. And at first I thought it was poor filmmaking. And now I realize that it's because the killer was in a different dimension. Oh. And like they were in like they were in the upside down following him along, and that they came out of the upside down to kill him. And I realized that it's actually a brilliant movie.
Oh. See, I also think it's a brilliant movie, but it's not because the killer's in a different dimension. It's because when you see those scenes with the gnarled trees and the different time of day, you're in the mind of the victim. He's terrified. This is what the graveyard looks like to him. It's a psychological insight into the mind of someone.
So
everything seems scary and dark.
So it's expressionism?
It is.
Impressionism?
Sure.
Something?
It's an ism.
It's an ism of some sort.
It's an ism, though. And it's intentional and it's brilliant. That's all I can say.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Probably, now that I think of it, probably both of those things at the same time. Both theories at the same time.
Yes.
Because they're compatible.
So what did you guys think of the double surprise ending? The one being that the mom is the killer.
Mm-hmm.
What about the pre-credit surprise?
It's not a surprise when Grandpa gets into a sword fight.
Yes.
You really didn't see that coming, but he gets into a sword fight with Mom.
Who we think is Tommy at the time.
I love how. Well, I didn't, but yeah, maybe you did.
The audience is intended to think it's Tommy at the time.
Yeah, that's fair. I love how, by the way, he's got this. Grandpa wears his satanic robe and hood and everything, but then he's wearing like a plaid shirt.
Yeah.
And so
for some reason
during that scene, he kind of flips the cloak, and so you can see him. He's fighting in his plaid shirt and everything, so you know which one he is. When he dies, he croaks some final words. Same stuff about the blood. Okay, yeah. And then he touches Roger in his forehead, and there's like
with
a
his
little
"I love you" hands
burst of energy.
Roger, the power is in the blood.
By the way, that was Roger shooting his mother.
But who he thinks is Tommy.
Yes.
Well, it's shooting his brother then. I mean, either way,
exactly.
Jesus Christ.
But he believes that his brother is, a multiple murderer.
A multiple murderer.
By the way, since we just heard that music, I do want to point out that Sex was part of Berlin's Pleasure Victim album, which was released in 1982.
Tell me more, Joey.
That's all that I know. The genre is pop. Other recordings of this song are from the Peaches in the year 2000. I'm just literally reading from Google right now.
Did you say Peaches did a cover of that?
Yeah, Peaches and Lovage did covers of this song.
Okay. I don't know if I've ever heard Berlin outside of that one fucking song.
From Top Gun?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is a weird sentence. So I was part of a Dungeons & Dragons game where the DM used Berlin for some of the background music, and I became a Berlin fan because of it. I actually really like Berlin.
I'll have to check them out.
We all know somebody who played with Berlin. I don't
Hell
know.
Yeah.
You guys realize that.
Wait,
right?
Who played with them, like as a band member?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Do you not? Am I the only one that knows him? Dalen.
Really?
Dalen Baumgarten. Yeah, he played with Berlin.
I didn't know
Not
that.
sure exactly what years, but he did.
Wow.
I did not know that.
Okay.
Well, now we have to do a show about Dalen in Berlin.
We do. Wow.
I want to mention something, too, about Grandpa and his satanic cult. And he has the first time we saw it, which there was a continuity error. Like, we were looking at him, he didn't have it, and then we were looking at him again 2 seconds later, and he did. But he had a dot on his forehead.
Yes.
Between his eyes. Later, it looked more like a smudge. than a dot. It looked more like, he took some soot but I cannot ignore the fact that given that this is an Indian director,
yes.
Hindu people put a dot between their eyes, which signifies divine sight. It's a religious symbol that signifies divine sight. And I really have to wonder, does this Indian guy, is he Hindu? Does he have a problem with his own or the problem with the religion? Like, has he got some stuff to work out? Making the satanic cult leader have this symbol that's reminiscent. And I don't know much about Satanism, but I don't remember ever seeing a dot like that being like a common thing for Satanists.
Yeah, no.
But it is for Hinduism. So it's like, what are you trying to say there exactly?
I want to share with you, when I saw that same thing, I paused the movie and typed the following. Grandpa wearing mascara and a bindi in satanic robes and speaking with a southern accent. I don't know what it all means, but I'm pretty sure human resources will need to get involved.
When you started saying that, I thought you were saying what you used as a search, and then as the sentence went on, I'm like, what did you expect to find with that? Did you search for that in Pornhub?
Obviously.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I don't have a ton more really to say about this. I have some more clips, but I'm kind of over it.
Did you guys watch the sequel?
What?
Don't.
I'm just kidding.
Oh God. Okay. Because I would have to if there was one.
Yeah. Can I kind of start to wrap this up?
Yeah, go for it.
I just wanted to kind of do a little around the horn here. So you guys tell me what worked for you in this? What did you enjoy about it?
I thought that Hy Pyke left an impression. And I really appreciated the composer, because they can't control the sound levels in the movie, but they put the work in. Like they were slamming down those organ keys and just really shaping the emotional journey of the film. So I appreciated that the composer really put that work in. That's everything.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Mr. Farrell?
Oh, I had someone I just blanked. I appreciate that it led to me hearing about Wild Bill's website. I appreciate during his dream scene, Tommy's dream scene, when the snake lady is like Hindu snake lady, it's like Shiva or something, is dancing around, and there's a shot where the singer, it's a guitarist, because the singer's a woman, is standing there spread-eagled. He's got his legs planted, he's playing his guitar, and there's a shot from between his legs, so you can see his crotch, and you can see her several feet in front, and at the same time, she does this gesture with her hands like she's pulling down from his crotch. And I wrote hand job. And I thought it was just a brilliant, suggestive framing that was really good.
I don't think I noticed that.
I did notice that. I appreciated that too.
I had another one, and now I forgot it. Maybe it'll come to me before the end, but I forget. Oh, well, yeah. Hy Pyke, I guess that was it. I just, we've all said already, that he was a highlight. He's hammy, but in a fun way. His choice of voice was fun. I liked him much more as Pumpkin Delivery Grandpa than every time he dressed up in his satanic ritual getup. It kind of lost me a little bit. Like, he looked really stupid to me when he was doing that. And his kind of theatrical gestures and everything. I didn't think he pulled that off very well. Didn't have much gravitas, which he was clearly trying to. But I loved him when he was just running around town and yeah. So
just delivering pumpkins.
That's about it. I can't agree with you on the score. I actually wrote at one point, I hate synthesizers. One of the things about watching these movies for me from this time period there are exceptions, but these scores, man, they just drive me crazy. These organ synthesizer scores just drive me crazy, even when they're not drowning out dialogue.
Yeah, shitty 80s synth scores are my arch enemy.
Fucking pain existence watching these things.
All right, there's something go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say there is something I forgot to mention really briefly. During the scene between Tommy and the boyfriend where the music overpowers all the dialogue, I turned on the closed captioning, and it didn't work. The closed captioning just said music, except for when he throws the boyfriend out, it says applause, but there was no applause.
I've noticed that those auto-generated captions are very interesting on YouTube. Yeah, applause and music are just the kind of default. Like, I don't know.
We don't know what's going on. This noise.
Pretty awesome. But sorry, go ahead. You were going to say something, I think, Jason.
What about you, Matt?
Wild Bill. It was absolutely brilliant hiring Wild Bill to come out and do his famous turkey routine.
Oh yeah.
Hy Pyke and Wild Bill Tucker,
I think you said.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this thing was built up. Well, let's go into final judgment.
All right.
Is this cool or is this trash? And support your position. Let's start with you, Joey.
So this movie is obviously cool, you guys. The power is the blood. I don't understand what the confusion is. No, it's not. This was a difficult movie. It wasn't difficult like watching real life violence, but it was difficult like in my soul as a movie lover to watch this and be like, I could be seeing something else right now, but I love Jason and Matt, so I'm seeing this. It's trash. And I'm sure that in the company of many people who are all throwing jokes and popcorn at the screen, it can be a lot of fun, but sitting alone in the dark watching on YouTube, it's trash.
You watched it alone?
I watched it. I watched it with Rachel, my wife, for a few minutes, and then she was like, "I'm leaving the house now." So she literally went and played board games with friends, or board games with strangers, actually. And I stuck around and watched this movie for you.
Thank you.
For you, Matt.
Thank you. Okay, we got a trash. Jason? I can see your screen, Jason. Did you know you're sharing your screen?
I don't know what I'm doing. I've got this red border. On my screen that suddenly appeared. I don't know why.
I think that means that you're screen sharing.
Yeah.
Well, I said stop. It did come up that it said that, and I said stop. But whatever. You can read my search red border around Windows. What the fuck? Yeah.
At least you weren't looking for turkey porn or something.
That's next.
Is that a thing? No, let's just leave it. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Only for Wild Bill.
When I watch these movies, I have a certain weird kind of fear that sometimes sets in. That there won't be anything really like hilariously individually bad about it, but that it'll just kind of be bad in general. That it'll just be not, nothing about it will be good, really. It'll just, and I have a certain amount of relief then when things like the Wild Bill scene happen, because I'm like, there you go. That there is being bad in a very special, noticeable, memorable way. And so there was some of that to this movie, but a lot of this movie, as I watched, I'm just kind of like, it's just not good. But there isn't. Matt mentioned earlier, there's not a lot of hacking. You don't really have any creative, like, to call this a slasher. I mean, I don't know. I guess not really. I guess that's the biggest fault of any movie to me. Like a movie for me, if it's really bad, like it misses the mark a lot because of a lack of real talent or budget or whatever time. But it's it's got some kind of creative way to tackle some things and some memorable things, and that it has value in of that. But when it just kind of goes through the motions of a million other genre movies and doesn't really have anything that stands out, then that really starts to feel like a truly bad thing, because it's kind of like a waste of all of our time. I really enjoyed watching it with you guys. I always love talking about it with you guys. But this movie is one that, other than Hy Pyke's performance and some weird things like the dream, a lot of the connective tissue of it is just very ordinary, and I'll forget all of it. So it's trash because of that.
Okay, so I also am going to categorize this as trash. I agree with you guys both, Jason particularly, like that a lot of this is largely banal, and it's forgettable. It wasn't hilariously bad. It was just competent enough to be boring. I'm not quite sure why this has such a reputation or why it is so sought after. I don't get it. I will watch any movie that was something you would categorize as satanic panic, just because that was such a dumb thing we went through in the late 80s. So I'm always interested in watching them. I watch lots of those, but this one's pretty low on my list, man. I thought it was pretty weak, all told. I mean, there's some funny stuff, like that. The dream I liked, the metal scene, whatever. But yeah, largely forgettable outside of Hy Pyke. So it's a big trash for me. And I know I'm gonna get shit about this from people, but yeah. So we got 3 trashes here. It's officially trash.
Officially.
However, each person who called it trash needs to offer up an alternative.
Yep.
Who wants to go first? I have one, but I want my guest to go first.
Go ahead. If you want to.
Wait, did you say that you wanted to go first or me?
I said I would.
Okay, go for it. Do it.
Well, first I just want to mention that in looking for ideas for that, I came across a movie called The Devil's Rain. Rain is spelled like the stuff that falls from the sky, which you would think it would be the other one, but and I have not seen that, so that can't be my antidote, but I tell you, I have a feeling that if I had seen it, it would be. It stars William Shatner,
Tom Skerritt,
Ernest Borgnine, Tom Skerritt.
Classic.
Anton LaVey was a consultant.
John Travolta's in this, apparently.
It looks fucking amazing.
Really briefly. Very famous ending sequence. I recommend it. I like it.
All right, I got to see this now.
It's a cool little movie.
So there's that. There's the real antidote, probably.
That's a good one. That's a really good one, actually.
I realized that most of the satanic-related movies I've seen are actually the good ones, like Rosemary's Baby and stuff. But so the one I came up with was Evil Speak.
I've never seen that.
Which is pretty good. It's a lot more. It's not so good that I felt like it couldn't be my alternative. Like I feel like it has to be a little bit along the same general tone and whatever, like can't be Rosemary's Baby.
Clint Howard.
Fuck
yeah, I watched that.
Playing the central nerd who is picked on and everything, and he uses his computer to do the satanic ritual, and the end scene of that is famous. It definitely goes. It's a lot more ambitious with its effects and everything than this movie was. It's quite a bit more unique. So I do recommend it. I don't remember the particulars super well because it's been quite a while since I've seen it, but it's fun. It despite me not being able to recount the plot, it is memorable. It has some scenes that you haven't seen before. So
and it is available on Tubi TV, by the way.
Ooh.
Which is one of my favorite
it's
apps.
Not a super obscure film.
That's cool. Can I tell you something? This didn't come up. I forgot to mention this. You should also know that the movie we talked about today cost $5.5 million
to make.
Yep. Which I find borderline offensive.
No, it didn't.
Well, IMDb
told you that.
In 1988.
What's that?
In 1988.
Uh-huh.
$5 million, $1988.
I don't know if it's adjusted for
So it's like $20 million today or something like that.
Probably.
Was it mostly just like lawsuit fees for all the naked women on set, or
I don't know. I think Wild Bill got like a quarter of that.
Which explains why he still exists 30 years later with the comedy act that he has.
If you guys can't tell, I'm a little obsessed with Wild Bill Tucker.
Still living on it. Well, now I wouldn't have been based on this movie, but based on that website, holy shit, yeah. I am too.
I really want to know if he still performs. That site looks about 10, 15 years old, so I'm hoping that he's still active. And it has a store, Joey. There's a store. You can get Wild Bill Tucker t-shirts and stuff.
Is there one with a turkey or him impersonating a turkey on it?
Oh, I didn't dig that deep. I don't know. He's got t-shirts though, man. That's all I know.
You know, Matt, we have high standards on this podcast.
We do. That's news to me. I wish somebody would have told me that 80-some episodes ago.
The lowest high standards ever. The highest low standards.
There's a t-shirt that says "Common Sense. It's not for everyone." And there's one that says "America, made in China." And there's a shirt that says "Bad choices create ugly babies."
Oh, wow.
I don't.
Wow. Oh, Wild Bill. You're so wild.
Wow, man. Okay.
That's pretty special.
Wild Bill's Common Sense Tour. Oh, it was a... Wow, he's... Okay, I gotta get on this fucking mailing list.
It's
Can you imagine going to Harvey's downtown and seeing that jackass do some turkey fucking routine from 30 years ago? Oh my god, I love this guy. Okay, I'm gonna have to
said I would like to subscribe to your newsletter, sir.
We could come up with some great heckling based on this movie, because how many of the people who see him have seen this? Right?
Yeah,
I mean, not many, so...
Do the bit about the stripper!
You know what I like? Naked ladies!
I can't decide if he would be annoyed at being heckled or like in tears and proud that somebody saw him in his big movie debut.
I don't know.
Well,
you think that was his debut, huh?
I'm now following him on Facebook, so... Oh, do you want to hear his most recent post? From January 27th, 2018? Hey, Nancy Pelosi. What's wrong with America being white, you piece of shit?
Oh, holy shit.
Post before that, stand for the national anthem. If you don't want to stand and be patriotic, leave the country. You don't have to be here.
That Wild Bill, he's a patriot.
Why am I not at all surprised?
That's...
Okay, now I want to go see him and heckle him really hard.
Yeah,
Fucking mercilessly.
That's amazing.
We may have to go to Vegas, and we may have to go to off the strip.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. And then as you go down, they just become all caps.
Oh, no.
Fuck Quentin Tarantino. I will never watch one of his movies. Oh, Jesus. Okay. He's a fucking creep. Anyway.
Okay.
Did I get
that seems like the shortest love affair that you've ever had.
Yeah, right? Right. It's the shortest.
I love Wild Bill. Oh no.
It's the shortest since little Emily in the first grade when he sent a note that says, "Do you like me? Yes or no?"
Yeah, she was a whore.
No. And
she was a whore. Did I get an antidote from you, Joey?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I've been biding my time because I'm really, really happy with the antidote that I came up with.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry. That's all the time we have tonight, Joey.
Damn it. All right. So actually, I had two thoughts. But at first, until I figured out what it was going to be this morning, my antidote was going to be that this movie doesn't have an antidote, that it is the antidote. That basically Hack-A-Lantern is the movie that recalibrates your expectations of cinema and allows you to enjoy other movies that you maybe wouldn't. Because when you see how bad this one is, you're like, maybe fucking Transformers 2 isn't the worst movie ever. You know, maybe.
So it's more like it's like a vaccination.
It is, exactly. This movie inoculates you against shitty but enjoyable movies because this one is shitty and not enjoyable.
So you're the kind of guy that will, on the way to dinner, will stop and eat a piece of dog shit so he really enjoys his meal.
You know what? It's like clearing your palate. Like some people smell coffee grounds.
Wow.
Or you could just try to watch good movies, Joey.
Yeah.
I always suggest that as an alternative to you, and you dismiss it.
All right. Well, you know what? I'll accept it this time because I realized that I could not think of anything thematically relative to this movie that would be a good antidote, and so I just decided to go with quality.
It doesn't have to be thematic. It doesn't have to be.
Well, good. Because this one isn't. Because I realized this is probably maybe the worst movie I've ever seen, I said, why not have the antidote be the best movie I've ever seen? So my antidote is a movie called Miami Connection.
Oh.
Was Miami Connection. Yeah, it was filmed in 1987 and released, such as it was, if you can call it a release, in 1988, just like this one. It is a independent film filmed in Miami, Florida, by a Taekwondo instructor who was also the lead actor and I think uncredited director. It is an 80s action musical martial arts extravaganza that was kind of pulled out of obscurity when one of the programmers for the Alamo Drafthouse discovered its reels for sale. Like I read an interview where he's like, yeah, you know, I was the programmer for like our exploitation nights, so I just had to just keep getting as many shitty movies as possible. And there's this eBay channel that he would go to where usually to buy like an old film reels, an old movie, it would be like hundreds of dollars, but this one was on sale for like $40 or $50. And he had never heard of it, could not find any information about it, couldn't find it on VHS anywhere, but he's like, how do I not buy that? And discovered this gem of like 80s cinema. It is, I don't know, did you guys from a few years back, did you see Kung Fury?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I remember it though.
Okay, so like Kung Fury.
Was that a feature-length movie or was it shorter?
It was shorter. It was like a half hour long.
Okay, I was like, I've only seen like a half hour though. I don't know if that was the whole thing.
Yeah, no, that was the movie.
Okay.
But like Kung Fury for the kids at home, Kung Fury is like, it was made in like 2015 or something, or 2012. And it's an 80s homage, you know, like an homage to like gritty grindhouse exploitation-y kung fu cop movies of the 80s with like a synthesizer soundtrack, and David Hasselhoff does the theme song, and over the top and extreme and a lot of fun. And Miami Connection is the real Kung Fury.
Yeah.
It is sincere. It is sincerely everything that people try to homage about the 80s. Like, this movie encapsulates and embodies and is just a delight. And if you're instead of watching this shitty 80s horror movie, please instead watch this shitty, beautiful 80s action movie.
You had me at Motorcycle Ninjas.
Yeah, Motorcycle Ninjas, Kung Fu rock band, or no, I'm sorry, Taekwondo rock band. It's beautiful.
I do like how I don't know if it's like they felt like audiences couldn't handle this or whatever, but it's kind of funny to cast YK Kim, who must have been
as like, the dude,
South Korean or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Character name Mark. Vincent Hirsch, John. Yep. Angelo Gennati, Tom.
What's great is that they're all supposed to be college students, but YK Kim is, again, he's like 40. He's like the 40-year-old college student. The whole, oh man, this movie deserves an episode of That's Cool, That's Trash. I'm gonna go on about it for hours and hours and hours. Let's just say they're orphans and they're Taekwondo fighter masters, and they're a rock band.
Oh,
and
wow.
All of those things happen together in perfect harmony.
Yeah, it's a classic.
It does sound amazing. You've seen it, Matt.
And it is free online.
It is?
Yeah, it is. It is on YouTube, and I think somebody posted it on like Vimeo or something.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay, cool. I don't think I've ever actually seen the whole thing. I've seen pieces of it, and it's brilliant. It's definitely brilliant, for sure.
It's beautiful.
I wish it was screen. I would love to see it in a theater with a nice rowdy crowd.
Oh hell yeah! You should float it the Joy Cinema guy's way. See if he can get his hands on it. I listened to your recent episode where you went over there and it became your new favorite theater.
Oh yeah. Can I do my anecdote?
Oh yeah, please.
Mine is not thematically connected either. It's I just have a list of random antidote movies. So I just pulled one off of that because I didn't have time to think about it. So I am going to recommend people check out the movie Splinter from 2008. It is on Tubi for free. Also,
I've seen that one. I think.
Was that Jason?
I think I've seen that.
So it's I don't want to get too deep into it because it's I don't want to spoil it, but it's highly recommended for fans of The Thing. Ooh. If you like zombie movies and you like The Thing and you enjoy some body horror, you will dig it. It's about a fungal parasite that is transmitted. I think it comes to an animal, but it's a very small film, pretty small budget. It's all pretty much set in a gas station. These people are under siege by this thing, so it reanimates. If you get infected with it, and you die or your arm gets ripped off or whatever, your arm will just become animated and your body, your neck's broken, but your body will walk around crab walking around. It's kind of disturbing. It's pretty cool. So I think people should check out Splinter.
No, I agree. I'm kind of shocked by the fact that it was 2008 because I feel like it was way more recent than that. But yeah, it has a really cool creature. Mm-hmm. It's everything that Matt said is true, but you kind of have to see it to see how that plays out and how it animates. And I mean, it's not like animation, like the dead just coming back to life. It is a parasite, and it's made out of these fucking spines that go through your body, and so it's like it's everyone moves around like a jerky marionette, and
nice.
Because it's like, and this thing doesn't know how your body's supposed to work, right? That's part of the body horror. Is it just does what it does to move. So it's totally it's upsetting.
It is kind of upsetting. It's not like super gory, but it is very body horror, and it is kind of just like you cringe.
Yeah. I was really impressed.
The acting is only so, but
yeah, the only name I recognize is Shea Wiggum.
It's good enough.
I liked him.
I highly recommend it.
He was the lead guy. Yeah, I mean, I thought the acting was pretty solid, but yeah, it's well made. It's a little film, probably had a pretty small budget, but they did it was less than $500,000, and they did a lot with it, in my opinion.
Okay, so
that's awesome.
That dude should never make movies again. If that actually did cost $5.5 million and Splinter $500,000,
I'm just saying
it doesn't feel low budget when you watch it. It feels very competent and very, yeah.
Wait, are we talking about Splinter? Or are we talking about Hack-A-Lantern?
We were talking about both. But
okay.
Yeah, I only knew it was low budget because I can just tell because of the way, it's all set in one location like that. You can usually, that's a pretty good indicator that it was a smaller scope. But the story didn't suffer for it. And I mean, it was really well done. Okay, so Devil's Reign, Miami Connection, and Splinter, people.
Hell yeah.
Go check those out.
I think we knocked those out of the park.
Yeah,
folks.
I agree. Those are all good anecdotes. That's it. Thank you guys for being on the show, and thanks for putting up with this movie with me. Sorry it wasn't better. I really was expecting a lot more from it.
It's all good, man.
Always a pleasure, regardless. But Joey, if this was the worst movie you've ever seen, and you ever feel the need to shift it up, go watch Satanic Dracula.
Satanic Dracula, all right.
Or just
previously it was House of the Dead. Uwe Boll's classic. House of the Dead was the worst movie I've ever seen.
That's something.
Yeah, and this one is at least its equal.
So House of the Dead is so bad that I bought it. I don't even I think I literally got it for $1 off of eBay or something, but I had to have it. It was that bad. That's watch, look at this, right? I mean, it's that bad. And all those crazy fucking where he tried to introduce video game elements to it, where people are shooting and then the camera does some weird matrix.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's so bad.
Okay. I've actually played. I haven't seen that, but I've played the House of the Dead game.
Sure. Yeah.
And
I like the game.
Across America.
The game has if it was a movie, which it was because we both made it. What am I trying to say? The dialogue and acting in the House of the Dead video game are the bottom of the barrel. They are absolutely horrifically bad.
Yeah.
And so I know he's a terrible director. I know he's never actually made a movie that was good. But it could definitely be said that those aspects of the movie, that he was just like, well, that's what it's like. I'm just gonna make it that bad. Or maybe he's so terrible, like he watched that, he played that video game. He's like, oh, that's terrific. This is
fucking brilliant.
That's compelling dialogue. I love it.
Have you seen any of his other video game movies?
No.
And I haven't seen any of his movies.
Actually,
so
I may have seen some of Blood Rain.
What was the one with Christian Slater?
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. That one.
Yeah.
That one's classic. It also has like Tara Reid in it, playing an archaeologist, I think, or an anthropologist. She can't say whatever her role is. Like she can't pronounce whatever her degree is in. It's amazing.
Anthropology.
Yeah, it's something like that. It's ridiculous. Alone in the Dark.
Alone in the Dark.
I remember, which is the name of the actual games, which I have also played.
Sure. He at one point was going to make like Uwe Boll takes himself really, really seriously, and he was going to make like a Vietnam War movie. That's like that, but that he wanted to take seriously, and I almost wanted to watch it just to see what his version of "I'm taking this seriously" is.
Right.
For a war movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him talking in an interview one time about I don't know, he was offended by somebody calling him.
That's only fucking genius.
And he was, he's like, wow, you have no fucking sense of your role in pop culture.
Careful, don't let him hear you say that. He will box
you. He'll fight you, man. Did you ever see his Lord of the Rings rip-off called In the Name of the King?
No, I wanted to.
The full title is In the Name of the King, A Dungeon Siege Tale. I guess that's the game. Burt Reynolds plays a king. Jason Statham is the star.
That's it.
Ray Liotta. Like, there's just a bunch of people who's like, I don't want to see Ray Liotta in a fantasy movie.
Mm-hmm.
Who else was in it? Like Matthew Lillard or something. It's totally bananas.
Oh, well, also not good.
Yeah, it's really good.
How do people like that get cast like that? Like, do they even read scripts? They all fired their agent after that.
Like everybody needs to go to buy groceries, Jason, and I think
but
those movies were like a month of eating, of like ramen soups and TV dinners.
I just want to say that you have not lived, Jason, until you've seen Burt Reynolds play a king in a fantasy film.
I expect it's a lot like watching Ray Liotta play a knight or whatever he played.
Totally. All right, guys. You made that a lot more enjoyable than it should have been. So,
yay!
Thanks for putting up.
Thanks for having us, sir.
Yes, anytime. You're always welcome. For That's Cool, That's Trash, I'm Matt Howell.
I've been Joey Cruz.
And I've been Jason Farrell.
Hey, and you folks out there, stay trashy.
That's trash.
It's garbage, folks.
So what does Nora Bennington have that I don't have?
For one thing, a tattoo on her butt.
Yeah, I bet you go for that sort of thing, don't you?
Yeah, and word has it, that girl is in some pretty weird stuff.